screen of all of the layers that we made last time with our first group of extremely close-up pictures. And as I'm looking on the side here, I can move this elevator up and down. Can you see me move it? And you want to go clear up to the very top layer because you don't want your text to be behind anything else, and add a brand new layer. When you click on your text anyway, I left an extra 1.5 inches on there, so I'd still have a border along the outside. And when you click on your Text2 tool here and click on your screen, it's going to add a new layer anyway, but we don't want it somewhere beneath everything. So by adding a layer to the very top, we know that that text is in front of everything. And I'd like you to look at what your text will do before you decide what you're going to put on that. That if you hold down the key, there's horizontal text, so if you left a space to type sideways, you could use that. There's vertical text, which is what I'll have to use, which is going up and down. And then there's text mask tool. So if you wanted to take one of your pictures, so if I open up one of my pictures, I can use that to actually make the background of my text. So say if I wanted that pink image, let's see, by September 13th, here's the purple swirl. I could take that text here and go vertical or horizontal and type in whatever it is that you decided to type. And you have to make sure your size is big enough, because right now you can see on this image it's very, very small. And I'd probably want it to be a little bit bigger to show up than that. So if I click on 72 and type there, that'll be bigger, but that's still kind of small. So what if we typed in 150? That's a nice big size tab. And you could type any song lyrics that you want, that in whatever font you want. And then you could do that as well. So I'm going to Black Oak STD because it looks big, and I could type in good morning, for example, and that will be the text that I can select. But what happened to it? It went off the page. So with that mask of getting mask of a text so that you can use one of your images, part of the hard part is seeing where to put your mask, because you see I only got part of my word. So you might try, if you decide to do that, type it right in the middle. Good, whoops, capital G O O D M O R N I N G, and that all fit, and that would make a mask then of good morning. And I could use that as the actual text to put on my page by going to edit and copy, and then coming back to my document here and edit and paste special, paste in place, and then there it is. And I can get my arrow and move it around. So if you decide you want to play with that, and you can see that if I'm going to do more text, I'd have to do more words down to fill up this section, or else make it bigger. So good morning, I can actually play with that, or I can type in text and use one of these fonts here and do the same thing. Good morning, and use the text that way. So as soon as you figure out what lyric you're going to put or what title you're going to put in with your piece, and you get it on the side, then I'll talk about some of the cool things you could do, again, with layers and that text. And then when you get it the way you like, then I'd like you to go ahead and save it, and then we'll talk about saving it for print and printing it and saving it for web. Does that make sense to y'all that I'm using that? Do you need me to do that again? Okay, so when I typed in good morning that time, it was too big. So when I did it on the other, it was too small. So I'm going to trash that one and delete layer 14, layer 13. Trash it again, delete it. So I'm going to try it again. I want the up and down text because I've got this up and down space. So, and since it was too big, I'm going to go to T. When I click on here, I'm at 150 points. That was too big. Let's go to 175. The nice thing about not doing the mask is I can change my font after I get it started. So good. Whoops, I've got sideways instead of upside down. So try it again. And I'm under my T. I'm going to go to vertical. Good. Click. Cancel. I want to try it up and down. Good morning. Star. S-T-A-R. Shine. I'll say. So I thought I would put good morning star shine. And that actually fits, but it doesn't look really good while it's there. So in real time, I can double click on it and then play with whatever font I'd like it to be. There's Arial Black. There's all right here next to the top. I can try all kinds of different fonts, and then I can change the color as well. There's Arial Black. Let's see. Whatever I can pull down here in my fonts, I can play with. Herculaneum. That one's pretty cool, but I don't know that it goes with my pictures. Since I have curvilinear pictures, maybe something more. Sign Painter looks like that. Snell looks like that. I can do that. And then I can click and see. But it's pretty lost with that gray font. So if I double click it again, I can come up here and choose color and change to a color that I think it would go with. There it is with pink. So just decide whatever your font is, whatever you think actually looks good and fits with your picture, and get it there in the color. Anybody need any other help? All right, so you're playing with the T. You can kind of play with it. Get it into your space. Type in whatever lyric you want there, or part of a lyric or title that goes with your piece, and then come in and play with it until you find one that you like. And anytime you want to change it, you click 2 times on the T. It'll highlight it like that, and then you can change both color or see anything that I'm clicking around right now, it'll change, or font. So you can see it in real time and see what looks good with it until you find how you want it to look. And if you need to rewrite it or type in something else, think it may need a couple of spaces. If you hit return, you can see that even up and down will go onto a new line.
8:06.